Yeah, it's not the best. They say Cambodia's dangerous. They say mosquito, like malaria, blah, 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 all this stuff. Crime, this, that, and it's like a poor country. I remember in the US, I was very stressed. Like, yes, I was playing football. Yes, I was making money playing football. But like here, everyone is just so easy. You know, they so easy. You compare Cambodia to like Thailand or Malaysia or Vietnam, I would say Cambodia is a bit expensive. Here, the players they're like very like technical. You know, they're very fast. They're very like quick. How I was playing in the US was very different than how I play here. Everyone thought that I was Mexican, like, or Filipino, or people would make fun of my middle name because it sounds like funny. I wanted to be American, basically, so I could fit in with my friends. And now I feel more proud to say that I'm Khmer than American. There are some foods that I love to eat in the US that they just don't have here. You think you know what you should say, or you think you know how it translates, but it doesn't translate directly. That also confuses me too. It's a very hard language to learn, man. I don't know.
Meet Nick Taylor, a Khmer-American professional footballer who was born and raised in the United States. He previously played for Orlando City B in MSL Next Pro and has recently relocated to Cambodia to represent his homeland, where he signed a new contract with the Cambodian club Siev Rieng FC. Today he expressed his emotions about representing his country, participating in the Cambodian League, his experience living in Cambodia, the challenges he faces as a Cambodian American in the country, and why he likes it here. So guys, in today's video's location, we are in Tribe.
What is the feeling like, you know, representing Cambodia as Khmer-American? What is that feeling?
Yeah, it's the first time that I joined the national team, it was a strange feeling. It was like something that I'd never felt before, you know? You have the responsibility, you know, you have all the fans that are there, like, watching the team. I mean, before playing in university and even playing professional, the 1 year that I was in the US, like, we don't get so many fans, you know, because it's not a very popular sport in the US. But here, they love football so much, and the first match that I played for Cambodia was against Bangladesh, and there was maybe like 8,000 fans at the stadium. And yeah, I just remember when I subbed on, like, I just remember like a lot of noise, you know, like a lot of cheering, and that was a very like amazing feeling, you know. Like I'd never had fans like this, you know, like cheering for me and like playing in front of this many people. And yeah, it was a great first experience. And then from that point and even until now, playing for the national team, it's a great honor. You know, you represent 17 million people, and 17 million people that love football, and you know, you want to win all the games, you want to make the country proud, you want to put the country at the top. So yeah, I absolutely love playing for Cambodia.
That's great. Living in Cambodia, how does living in Cambodia changed you since you've been here?
Yeah, Cambodia is so different than the US, man. It's so different. I would say the way that it changed me, I mean, the way that I drive, bro, is so different. I'm so scared to drive here. I'm scared to hit somebody or somebody hit me. I think it changed the way that I talk, the way that I listen to people. I'm a lot more like patient, you know, with them, and yeah, I think I'm just a lot more calm here than I was in the US.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for 2 years, almost 2 years.
Oh,
yeah,
almost 2 years. Did you sign from US to Cambodia, or you just come here for a try?
Yeah. So how I got to Cambodia was one of the team managers from the national team. They messaged me on Instagram. They sent me a DM and they said, hi, my name is so-and-so from the Cambodian national team. We see that you're playing in the US. We want to invite you to join the national team, like, for the upcoming camp. And at first, I thought it was fake. I thought it was like a scam, you know, because the profile of the person that DM'd me, I didn't see anything with Cambodian national team on it. So I had to research and do like Wikipedia, LinkedIn, everything about like the staff, who was contacting me, if it was legit or not. Eventually I called the guy, he talked to my family and I, and maybe like a month or so after that he contacted me, Siev Rieng contacted my agent in the US and said that they were interested. But initially, my idea was that I didn't want to play club in Cambodia. I wanted to stay in the US. But, well, I came to Cambodia first to play against Bangladesh and then again to play in the Mitsubishi Cup. And that was like a month-long camp. So playing like 3-4 games. And I just never left. I just stayed here, never booked a ticket home. I talked to the coach of Siev Rieng. I had a meeting with him here in the city. And we had a good talk, a good meeting, and I decided that I wanted to stay here. I wanted to play club in Cambodia. So that's how I signed. It was not something that I thought I was going to do. You know, I thought in my mind always I was going to be in the U.S. or something like that. Yeah. But you know, life works in mysterious ways, and football especially works in mysterious ways. And yeah, now I'm here in Cambodia for 2 years now, and it's been amazing. I really enjoyed it. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah,
playing in Cambodia, what is it like playing club here in Cambodia?
Sure. It is a different style of football than I played in the U.S. In the U.S., you know, a lot of the players are like very big and they're very like athletic, you know, strong and fast. And here the players are a little bit like shorter, a little bit smaller, and they're like very like technical. You know, they like to dribble a lot. They like to they're very fast. They're very like quick. Yeah, whenever I made the change from the U.S. to here, it was not so easy like to adjust to the football style here, and I had to see how my skills would fit into the football style in Cambodia. But well, the league is very fun. Like I said, the games are very like fast. Sometimes crazy things happen with, you know, like the players, the referees, like, you know, something's always happening, you know, and I think that's what makes it such an enjoyable league to watch, especially for like the fans or something like that. I think you can watch a CPL game and like something fun will happen, you know. It's a good league. Every year it's getting better and better.
Yeah, I think so. Do you struggle, you know, adapting to the system of playing here, or it was easier for you to adapt to it?
Yeah, it was not easy because how I was playing in the US was very different than how I play here. Yeah, it was different. It took me some time to adjust. My style of play is not similar to a lot of the players here. It is a bit different. I had to see how I can make my style of play like work in this league. So yeah, it was a little bit of a struggle, but I think as a football player you have to adjust to all of the different things that come at you, you know.
You only played in Siev Rieng? You never changed club or just played in?
No, in Cambodia I've only played for Siev Rieng. This is my second year playing.
Was it like your first professional football you signed?
My first professional contract was in the US. I played 1 year professional there in the third tier. It was like the new league in the US called MLS Next Pro. It's for all of the MLS teams. It's like their reserve teams. So like their second teams is where this league is for them. So yeah, I wasn't able to sign for the first team, so I played with the second team. Yeah, that was my first professional contract. But before that, I was playing in college and playing just normal youth football in the US.
And you've won a lot of competition here.
Yes.
Like how many league cups you've won?
This year, I think we have 3. We won 3 trophies. So I think this is the first time that team has won all the trophies. They won the triple. So our team is fantastic. I mean, amazing players, amazing staff, amazing environment. I could say very, very professional environment. I don't know the other environments for the other teams, but I can say for Siev Rieng, like our facilities, like we do analytics, like video before, like about other teams. We also now like analyze our system, our own team, gym, nutrition, everything. They have it all at a very, very good level. So it allows us to play at a very high level and to be our best every day. So.
Do people recognize you when you go outside?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Oh, what is their reaction like?
I mean, people here are very, very polite. They're not very like they don't bother too much. They don't, you know, harass you or anything. People here are very, very nice. If they see me, they say hi. Sometimes they ask for like a photo or something like that, or they just look at me and that's it. You know.
Yeah, sometimes they could be shy.
Yeah, they're just a little bit shy, which is okay. But I mean, I appreciate all of the people that you know say hi to me, or all the fans and everything. It's very like very humbling, you know. Like I feel so like I don't know. I feel so grateful for this.
What do you like about living here in Cambodia?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean everything is so easy to get. Like if you want food, everything is so like close. In the U.S., you have to drive so far to do anything. So everything here is very close. I think the people here are very nice. They're very polite, and I just love the culture. You know, the culture in Cambodia is very unique. It's something that I wasn't very familiar with, even though I am half Khmer. I didn't know too much about Cambodia culture, and I came here and I fell in love with the culture like immediately. So yeah, it's just there's so many good things to say about it.
Let me take you back a little bit.
Sure.
You know, before your first time coming to Cambodia was when they contacted you.
Yeah.
Have you been in Cambodia before, like visit?
No, never. The first time in Cambodia was for football. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was crazy.
You never like bothered to, mom, I should go to.
I mean,
I should go to
Cambodia.
Cambodia.
We talked about it, like my family and I, like, oh, it would be good to visit. You know, you want to see Angkor Wat, but we just never did, never came. And then when the opportunity came that I could come and play, I mean, I didn't hesitate, you know. Like as soon as I knew that it was real, I was like, okay, I'm going. Like I'm going for sure. And I brought my mom and my grandmother with me also. So it was not just me, it was me, my mom, and my grandmother. And for my mom, it was the first time that she came to Cambodia since she left. So she left when she was like 4 years old. So there's maybe like more than 40 years. It's a very long time. Yeah. So it was very like my first time was a very like special experience for me and my mom. Like 'cause we both, you know, I feel like a new thing for us.
What is your dad's reaction?
Yeah.
When you got the message?
I mean, they like for the national team, they were both kind of they're like similar like me. They didn't know if it was real or not. They were like they have to do more research because, you know, if you just believe everything that you see, like maybe you can get in trouble, you know, and they don't want to send me to Asia without knowing anything that's happening, and who knows, like something could happen, you know. But once they knew that everything was real and we had the trust and everything, I mean, they were very excited. And yeah, my dad came to visit also December last year, and yeah, he loved it here. So I'm trying to convince my parents to come here and retire. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
What are your first impressions, you know, coming to Cambodia the first time ever, you know, knowing that you are from Cambodia?
Yeah.
You know, after many years that you're coming to Cambodia, what is your first impression?
I just remember seeing all the motorbikes. Like, it was crazy. It was so crazy. Like, I was like terrified. I was like in the car. I was looking outside, and I thought people were just gonna like hit each other, or like there's gonna be like, you know, like craziness. But like I think I guess it's just how things are here, you know. That really surprised me. And then, I mean, to be honest, my first time in Cambodia, I went from the airport to the hotel of like where we were staying for the camp. So I didn't get to like experience too much at first. So yeah, I just went from, in that drive, I just was looking and I saw, you know, like, obviously it's not as developed as the US, but yeah, I just saw like a lot of people. We got to the hotel, like the food was very different. I think the first night I was there, they like served the frogs was one of the meals that they had. It was like, we had like a buffet style. It was like rice and vegetables and blah, blah, blah. And then one of the options was frog, and I had never eaten a frog before. So I tried a little bit of it, and it was interesting. But yeah, I think it was very, I mean, a very positive experience. My first impressions were very positive, and I just felt very happy to be here. Yeah.
Do you have like any culture shocks or something that you never expect?
Yeah, I think the food, you know, like the food is pretty up there. Like I said, frogs got me. And just some other things. I remember, like when they cook the fish, they like put the whole fish out, you know, like obviously the fish is cooked, but it's not like cut, you know, it's just there, and you have to like scoop it a little bit. I had never eaten a fish like that before. Normally the fish like that I would eat is like already like prepared. And then I remember like eating some of the fish, and it has like the bones and stuff inside, and like it would like stab me in the mouth. So that was one. The food was for sure the biggest culture shock. And it was also really hot here. Yeah, like dying.
But now you are.
Yeah, now it's okay. Now it's okay.
How about the food?
Food is normal. I'm used to it. I don't eat anything crazy just because, like, I need to protect my stomach, you know. But I know, like, I can eat a decent amount of Khmer food. So I stay away from all the like fermented stuff. Like,
which of the Khmer food is your favorite?
I don't know. That's hard. That's hard to say. I mean, the easy thing to say is like beef log lag. Everybody likes beef log lag.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes I eat nomen chok. Sometimes I eat like in the morning for breakfast, bicep truth, the rice, pork and eggs. Katil, obviously amazing. Yeah, just a lot. You know, it's very good food. You know, it tastes really good. You just got to be careful, like especially playing like football. I mean, you can enjoy a meal, and then the next like 6 or 7 hours, like you're on the toilet, and you know you don't want that to happen.
And you need to protect yourself also, like a professional, like you don't eat anyhow.
Yeah, you can't just eat whatever you want. You gotta be smart. And I know here a lot of the food has like sauce and spices and stuff like that, and it's not the best for a footballer to eat like this. So
you've been here for 2 years. I'm not sure you know the language or
I know a bit. So yeah, my girlfriend is Khmer, full Khmer, and she's taught me a bit. I've also, my first 5 or 6 months here, I had a teacher. So I had a tutor that would teach me Khmer. And then obviously just listening and talking very small with some of the players or the locals here. I've been able to understand more Khmer, and my ears are able to listen more and understand more. I'm just like very shy to talk sometimes because I sound crazy. It's true, I sound terrible. And sometimes I speak Khmer, and the people, they look at me like I'm speaking like an alien language. And it's like, I'm speaking your language, how do you not understand?
And you will feel disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. So you speak the language, they don't understand, and then you're like, okay, well, why do I try? Are you speaking this? Maybe English is better.
It's like sometimes when I want to buy something, okay, let me just speak Khmer. Then when I speak, it's like, huh?
Yeah.
I feel bad. I said, let me just go back to English.
Yeah, exactly. Like before you feel so confident, like, oh, I'm gonna speak Khmer, like you're gonna understand, it's gonna be good. And then you do it, and then they don't understand, and you just feel like, all right, well, never mind. Never speaking Khmer.
I'm not learning anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Can you introduce yourself in Khmer?
Okay. Yes. I'll do the whole thing. Let's do it. Okay. សួស្តីអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាខ្ញុំឈ្មោះ Nick Taylor ខ្ញុំមកពីAmeric ខ្ញុំកូនកាត់ខ្មែរ Americ ហើយគេលកោ about thought មកពី bakery fighting. Yeah, that's all I know. I got that like you know, I got that memorized. Anything else, I don't know.
That's great. Oh, you forget to put the but.
Oh yeah, but.
It's always, I always remember, you know, when they finish the word, they always say but. Or the ladies always say chat.
Yeah. Yes, it's very true.
Are you learning Khmer every day now, or like every week?
No, so I stopped with my tutor. I mean, my girlfriend teaches me sometimes, but for me, it's just like I just listen. Sometimes I try to learn on my own. Like I watch like a YouTube video, or I'll ask my girlfriend to help me. But I'm not learning consistently anymore. I'm just like, I think for me, I just need to like speak more. If I just try to speak more, maybe I can learn better. But I'm so shy to talk sometimes because I don't want to be wrong, you know. I don't want to sound crazy either. So I just like, if I know for sure like how to say it for sure, I will speak Khmer. But even sometimes you think you know what you should say, or you think you know how it translates, but it doesn't translate directly, you know? Yeah. And that also confuses me too. So it's a very hard language to learn, man. I don't know.
I was about to ask you, do you think Khmer is hard?
Yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard to learn. Like,
and I come in like, assuming it's like maybe in alphabet.
Yeah,
you can write it like Indonesia, Philippines. Maybe you can just pronounce it. We're seeing it.
Sure, if it was like this, but it has its own alphabet, and no, you cannot read that. No. It's impossible. It's impossible. And like my tutor, she was like, "Oh, you can probably like." She's like, "If you learn for 1 year, you can be," she said, like 70% fluent. And I was like, I felt very confident, and. Yeah, it's been 2 years, and I know maybe like 50 or 60%, maybe.
Yeah, at least you've tried. Maybe I should put more effort. No,
I probably should. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you communicate with the players? You know, you are not speaking Khmer. It's not like, okay. How do you communicate with players that you played with?
Yeah.
Playing with.
It is a mix of like English and Khmer. Like it's like half. I would say more English actually. So maybe like 60-40 English, but. I mean, our coach is from Spain. Most of our staff is foreigners, so they speak English a lot. And we have a translator and everything, but I think a lot of the players, they understand English and very like basic English. So if I need to tell them something, I will just say it in like very easy words in English. And if I know some things in Khmer, and so I'll say it in Khmer, but yeah, it's generally English, and the players they understand a lot more than you would think in English. I mean, they have, I think, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Like, there's so much English out there that like at least they know some. So,
are you okay living here without knowing the language?
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. Most things that I do. You don't need to know too much, just small words. But like if you were doing like, I would say like doing business with mostly Khmer people, you probably need to know a lot of Khmer. But if you're just like listening to order something or buy something, or ask some like small questions about like where something is, or like that, I think it's not too hard. Like I can do things in Khmer and I can understand like things in Khmer too. Like if I asked the security guard where the lobby was for the hotel because I didn't know where the lobby was.
Yeah.
And he told me like, oh, it's in the front. And they told me in Khmer, and I said, oh, okay. Like I know what you're saying. It doesn't help me, but I know what you're saying. So, yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
The Cambodian people used to see you like you are Khmer, or they mistake you with other countries.
Well, I think when I'm here. Before, I think people, knew I was foreigner, obviously. They would just talk to me in English. But in the US, everyone thought that I was Mexican, like, or Filipino or something like that. I remember many times in the US, like, someone would just start speaking Spanish to me, like, randomly. Like, I remember I was in school one time, and I guess, I don't know who was at the school, but they came up to me and they started speaking Spanish to me, and I didn't know Spanish, so I was just like, I don't know what you're saying. But here, everyone knows I'm Khmer now, but before, I think they just saw me like, oh, you're just a foreigner, so they speak English. Yeah, like this.
What is the life like in the US compared to life here?
I'd say life here, at least for my experience, it seems a lot a lot easier, a lot more like calm. You know, it's not too stressful. I would say in the U.S. it's quite stressful, just because, I mean, the U.S. is so expensive, and there's a lot of like expectation from society, I guess you could say, to do things. I remember in the US I was very stressed. Like, yes, I was playing football, yes, I was making money playing football, but I was always thinking about like, I need to work something, I need to do another job, or thinking like, okay, if I want to have a family in the future, I can't have a family making this kind of money. Like, can I still play football and have a family in the US? And the answer was probably no. Coming here, I mean, I am able to take that stress off my shoulders, because yeah, I mean, it is a little, it's cheaper here. We're not gonna lie about it. It's cheaper here. Yeah. And there's not this society pressure to do something, you know, to be like, I don't know, entrepreneur, or be like whatever. Like here, everyone is just so easy, you know. They so easy. That's what they say, you know. They don't want to think too much. They don't think too much. They don't, you know. It's just like simple life, and I mean, I really appreciate that part. It allows me to focus on football. So.
What is it like growing up as half Khmer, half American?
I can say, as a kid, I definitely thought of myself as more American than Asian. Honestly, I didn't have any sort of connection to my Asian side. Like, obviously my mom is Khmer, was born in Cambodia. I have my grandparents and everything, but didn't have any other Khmer friends. I didn't know how to speak the language. My mom didn't speak the language around me too much. I was very American, you know. I also got bullied a little bit when I was in like middle school, elementary school, like primary, secondary school. People would make fun of my middle name because it sounds like funny. So yeah, as a kid, you don't want to be made fun of. You don't want to be made like bullied. So I wanted to be American, basically, so I could fit in with my friends and everything. So, but as I got older, and obviously when I came here and started to learn more about culture, I mean, I embraced as much as I could of the Cambodian culture, and now I think of myself as more Khmer than American.
Have you in any way, like, being a Miss Khmer, Miss America, have you like trying so hard to fit in America? I want to be American, try to be more whiter, trying to do things that I should fit in.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what it was in the US. Like, I didn't really have any other Asian friends. Like, all my friends were white or some Hispanic, but it was just like I said, I didn't really embrace the Asian side. I just wanted to be American, you know. I just wanted to be like my friends because I didn't want to get bullied, and I didn't, all this stuff. I mean, obviously I'm older, so not the same, but I don't feel pressured into it.
Is there like anything you did before like trying to fit in, we can point out?
Like in the US or here?
Yeah, in the US.
In the US? I remember I didn't like any language or anything I didn't want to speak. My mom and my grandmother did try to like teach me some small words, but in my head I was in Khmer, and I was just in my head I was like, I'm never gonna live in Cambodia. I don't have any Cambodian friends, so why do I need to learn how to speak Khmer, you know? And yeah, so I was just kind of like, I never really, like I said, I never really like gave too much attention to my Asian side. I was just more focused on like my American side, and my house like environment was more American than Asian. No, I guess, reason for me to give a lot of attention to the Asian side. If I had more Cambodian friends, if my house was like, had like the Buddha shrine, and we celebrate all the Cambodian holidays and stuff like that, maybe I have more of like a reason to embrace it. But I'm telling you, everything in my house was like American. My life was so American. So even my mom she's Cambodian, but she moved to the US when she was so young, she's also very, very American. Now that I'm here and I see it, and I was able to see it and experience it like myself, I felt more of a willingness and like I said, a responsibility to learn the language, to learn more about the culture and to really embrace it. And now I feel like, yeah, like I said, I feel more Khmer than American. I feel more proud to say that I'm Khmer than American, you know? Like if someone were to ask me like, oh, what race are you? I would say, oh, I'm Khmer. Like that would be my first thing to say. I'm Khmer. I've only been here for such a short time. I feel like I have a deeper connection with the Cambodian culture than I do with the American culture.
Do you have any struggles living here?
For struggles, I mean, food is not a big thing, but it is one thing that I will say. I mean, there are some foods that I love to eat in the US that they just don't have here. Yeah, I miss my friends in the US a lot. The type of people that I was friends with. I don't have like too many here. Yeah, I think also, I mean, the good thing about being a professional footballer and having like a reputation or a name here is that, you know, you get, you know, fans, everything, people love you and everything. But sometimes like it comes with a cost, you know, you can't, for me, sometimes I can't go out and do just normal things because yeah, people recognize me, people say hello. It's not a bad thing, but whenever you're under the public eye, you know, you need to be something, you know, you cannot
behave yourself.
Yeah, you need to behave yourself. Exactly. There is a certain like thing you have to do, and sometimes like if I have a bad day or if I'm just like not in a good mood, like it's hard for me to do that because like for me, I'm someone that is very like, if I feel something, I show it. Like I don't hide things. I'm very like at the front, you know? Yeah, sometimes like I struggle with that. Like I feel like not good. I feel like, yeah, I'm having a bad day. I'm in a bad mood. And I go out and yes, a fan sees me, they say hi, they want a photo. Or even after we lose a match, you know, like I don't like to lose. And when we lose a match, I feel like, I'm not happy, I'm angry. And you know, you meet the little kids and they want to take a photo and everything, and the mom is like pushing her kids like take a photo, or like, you know, and you obviously you have to do it because like you don't want to say no, but at the same time you're feeling like you have to like force it, you know what I mean? You went to watch the game against Sri Lanka, right? We played here. And so yeah, for example, I mean, yeah, I missed the first penalty of the penalty shootout, and you can argue that yes, that maybe if it was different, the result would be different, right? So I felt a lot of responsibility in that I missed the first one, and maybe it's my fault that we lost, maybe. And so I put that responsibility on myself, and I would say for about a week, I felt like terrible. I was like very sad, very, very down. I didn't want to go to training. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to talk to anybody. But I have to do it, you know. I have to go out. I have to train. I have to. I mean, I'm with my girlfriend. I've been going out like to the supermarket, going out to eat or something like that. And you know, you just have to like, you have to put on the face and put on everything. So I would say that is a genuine like struggle that I would say. But maybe it's unique to people that have like a public name, you know.
Yeah. How about the weather?
Weather, I mean, I lived in Florida when I was in the US, and Florida is pretty similar to Cambodia. So, but it is hot here, man. It's crazy. But actually now it's raining a lot. I think maybe it's raining now, but yeah, this year's weird. It's been raining like so much. Last year was not like this.
Yeah, it changes.
Yes.
Is there any like Khmer habits you're seeing yourself in now?
Yeah. So whenever like there's like a loud noise, or like I drop something on accident, or like, you know, like if I'm like, yeah, playing on my phone slipped, you make like a sound, like, oh, you know, like small sound. I do that a lot now. So before I never, like, you know.
Mostly
never.
They said the bad words.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it on camera, but yes. Sometimes though, you know, I think that's the one that comes to my brain the most is that one for sure. That's funny.
So, you've been here for 2 years now, coming from America, and this is your first time, coming to Cambodia as a Khmer-American, and coming here to live for 2 years. What message or what advice would you give to other Khmer-American or Khmer people who isn't abroad, that maybe is scared or coming to Cambodia to see? What advice would you give to them?
So I know that Cambodia does have like a bad reputation outside. If you're in the US, I think some of the media towards Cambodia is it's not the best. They say Cambodia is dangerous. They say a lot of crime, this, that, and it's like a poor country, blah, blah, blah. For me, I would say like a lot of that stuff is wrong. I can say that it surprised me, my life here. I can say before, my mind was also the same. Like, I was a bit scared to come. There's a part of me that was scared. I thought I needed to get all these like vaccines, like mosquito, like malaria, blah, blah, all this stuff. Poor country, developing country, not a lot of modern things. And yeah, I thought it was like, there's some like dangerous things. You need to be careful about your wallet, your phone, But when I came here, like everything that I was worried about, it like just is all wrong, Like the city is a beautiful city, like quite modern, a lot of like modern cars, a lot of modern buildings. I mean, even the building we're in now is a very modern hotel. Not dangerous. I've never had anything stolen from me, never experienced like any like violence or anything. And yeah, okay, yes, I've gotten sick a couple times, but it's nothing that like was life threatening or anything. It was just like, yeah, I got cold a few times, I got pink eye a few times, but that's generally it. Yeah, it's normal. So for my advice, I guess my suggestion for other Khmer-Americans, Khmer French, or any mixed race, or any Khmer people living abroad who haven't been to Cambodia or are hesitating about living here or visiting here, I would suggest just to do it. It's a beautiful country. The city's amazing, whether it's here in Phnom Penh or if it's in Siem Reap or Battambang. I've been to all of them. Kampot, they're all like so beautiful and so amazing in their own ways. So yeah, my advice would just be to come and to experience it yourself, and I guarantee that you'll love it and you probably won't leave, because honestly that's the general thing with a lot of people, is like they come here and they just don't want to go, they don't want to leave. And I experienced that too. I came here and I just didn't want to leave. I didn't book my ticket home, I just stayed. And it's been a very enjoyable experience up until this point. And so, yeah, and also, I think Cambodia needs, if we have like Khmer that are like engineers or doctors or lawyers or, like very educated, I think coming here and helping our country like grow and improve and, is it's something that they should consider. Even for me, it was like coming here and helping like our country is like, I think it's a responsibility that we have. Given the fact of the bad things that have happened in the past, like we need all the help that we can get from our own people to help push our country back up to where it should be. So yeah, that's my advice.
Do you think Cambodians are friendly?
At the first, like in your day-to-day life, yes. I think if you treat them poorly, or if you look down at them, don't respect them, then no, they aren't. But that's everybody, like if someone doesn't respect you or someone doesn't like give you value, like you're not gonna be nice to them, And so, but I can say like in your day-to-day life, you go to, I don't know, cut your hair, you go to the supermarket, you go to the movie theater, you go to wherever, like they always are like greeting you with a smile. They're very happy to help. They're very happy to speak with you. I mean, even the tuk-tuk drivers, very friendly. They like to have a lot of conversation. So I think if it's like this, man, I think maybe some of the friendliest people I've ever met. But again, if you disrespect them, if you look down at them, like with anybody, like they're not gonna like it. Not gonna be nice, of course.
Yeah. Everyone say that, and it's also like in every country.
Yeah, for sure.
If people respect you, you respect them back.
Yes.
So I think it's everywhere, bro.
But I mean, even like I can say, like for example, if you go to New York or go to Boston in the U.S., typically people there are not so friendly. Like even your day to day, even if you don't like interact with them, like their like face, like they're just not friendly. When you go to the coffee shop to get a coffee, you're not gonna be greeted like with a like hello, like good afternoon, a smile or something like that. It's just like they won't even talk to you. They'll just be like, all right, what do you want? Like what do you want? And then you tell them the order and it's done like that. So I can say generally people here are very, very polite and very friendly. Yeah.
How about the cost of living here? You think here is expensive?
So if you're gonna compare it to the U.S. or like a Western country, the cost of living here is so cheap, like so cheap. Especially if you live like locals, for sure, very cheap. But if you compare Cambodia to like Thailand or Malaysia or Vietnam, like I'm going to Vietnam in a few days. Like I would say Cambodia is a bit expensive. Like I know in Thailand, like food is like a bit cheaper, things are a bit cheaper, and I know Vietnam is like very cheap, like very, very, very cheap. So yeah, it is interesting like that. I don't know why Cambodia is so expensive in terms of like
Food.
yeah, compared to Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam. I don't know why Cambodia is more expensive than them, but who knows?
What message do you have for your fans, for Siev Rieng fans?
I mean, I'm always so grateful for the fans. I mean, for myself, obviously, but for me, the most important thing is growing like Cambodian football and like having more fans come to the club matches, having the national team. All of our home games are sold out. This is what I want. I want this love and this passion for football. So yeah, I'm like I said, I'm very grateful, very blessed for my personal fans. But if I'm gonna promote anything, it's just I want Cambodian football to thrive. I want it to prosper, and I want it to be a respectable country, respectable league. So all I ask is to continue to support Cambodian football, support the clubs, all the players, and especially our national team. Yeah.
Where do you see Cambodian League maybe in the next 10 years?
10 years, wow. I think it's just going to continue to improve. I mean, each club year by year is getting better and better. The facilities are getting better and better. Tiger just built their new stadium in Siem Reap, or it's almost finished. Siev Rieng, we have also we're making big changes to the training ground. We have like an academy building now for the under 13s, I think. And then we are making another like pitch on our training ground. And then, yeah, I know Kitty Vong, they're improving their stadium also. Visaka just built a new training ground. So I think right now, from what I can see, it's just gonna keep going up. Like facilities, players, hopefully the salaries will follow, and that's always important. You wanna have big players, you need to pay them, and they want to be paid. So I know a big problem in a lot of other leagues is that the club will promise you a big salary, but they won't pay, or they miss a payment. And I can say in Cambodia, like the financials are very like good, and they don't you typically don't miss payments. Like I know for Siev Rieng, we get paid like on time, is never late, like never. So I think for these reasons, I think it's just gonna continue to improve. And like I said, hopefully one day Cambodia League is like one of the top leagues in Southeast Asia, if not the top league in Southeast Asia.
That reminds me, do you think you can live comfortably here playing football as a football player?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. I mean, if you want to live like a lavish life, if you want to like try and recreate a Western lifestyle here, you can still do it, but it's not like, you're not going to be saving a whole ton. I mean, it depends on your salary. I mean, the local players, obviously they earn less than the foreigners, and they are fine, you know, they can make a living, they can still enjoy their lives. And yeah, for a foreigner, like I said, unless you're trying to get like the nicest condo, you're trying to get the nicest moto or nicest car, or, you know, you're going out to eat every single day at like a really nice restaurant, like if you just live like a normal life, it's very affordable, like very, very affordable. Yeah.